think of where you are coming from and where you are right now, and always stay in a place of gratitude. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl here, Nivera. How you doing? Hope you guys are keeping safe, because today is going to be like a serious video, but I'll try to make it lighthearted as possible. So yeah, in today's video, we all know what's going on in the world right now with the whole pandemic and everything, and at times like this, people go through a whole lot of mental problems. I hope you're keeping your mental health in check. And from the country we come from, I'm Nigerian, and we really don't take mental health as serious as possible. And with everything going on right now, I think that we should do our own bits and check up on our family, our friends, our loved ones to know how they're doing. Because I don't know, in our country, if you admit to having mental issues, it's like you being a very, I don't know, I just feel like people assume that you're a very weak person, but don't look at it that way, okay? And people go through a whole lot during this kind of time: anxiety, depression, addiction. But in today's video, I'm really focusing on addiction and how to deal with addiction during this lockdown and all of that. If you have addiction issues, isolation is always a no-no. I know in Abuja they have like a couple of rehab centers, or I know of one. I think they are more than one actually. And in Nigeria, I don't know if we do this meeting stuff, for instance, like AA and all of that. I don't know if, I was trying to research if we had any in Nigeria, but nothing was coming up, okay? So I don't know if we have this kind of stuff in place. If we do, you can put it down in the comment section. You never know who's going to need that help. Not necessarily at this time, even after everything is over, the whole COVID and whatever, because people, I feel, will need stuff like that. So if you know of any, you can put it in the comment section so that people will be aware. Types of addiction include alcohol, drug, food, which I think we don't take as serious, and porn. Like, there are actually a whole lot of addiction. I don't know, but basically I'm just centering on everything addiction, not really specifying on a type, if that makes sense. And as I said earlier on, this is actually going to be like a really hard time for people who are struggling with addiction, and a whole lot of people have addiction issues but are not actually, they're not aware they do, if that makes sense, I guess. So I'm going to really be with little knowledge and all of that, I'm going to really try to make this video as understandable as possible, so you guys could, I don't know, get one or two things out of this video. First things first, I think the addiction, how we could, what's the word, say move forward, is basically identifying your triggers. So at this kind of time, it could be losing a loved one, it could be anxiety, it could be depression, it could be a whole lot of things. Stay away from your dealer, have a routine, and constantly remind yourself where you came from and where you are, okay? If you probably have the urge to drink, for instance, and you see yourself more and more drowning in that, remind yourself where you were and where you are right now, okay? And what happens after you drink, or after whatever thing it is you're trying to fight. Remind yourself how you feel after. Don't say, oh, I drink, it's going to calm my nerves and all of that. Yes, it probably will, but remember what happens after you drink. 1 hour, 2 hours after you drink, remind yourself what happens after that. Don't end it at where you're going to have that glass of drink. Move past that. What happens after? Okay, some people could probably be more emotional, more paranoid, aggressive, you know. So think of all of that, and I think that's to an extent to actually help you like take a chill pill. If you are really sincere about what you're doing, I think constant reminders like that is going to actually you know, help you like take a chill pill. One thing I'll actually want us to know is or to always remember is that these urges actually, they are not, it's not long. The urges, you could actually stay and feel like, oh, you want to take whatever right now. Just try and hold back. The urges don't last long. You could just hold back 5 minutes and then you see that you're actually out of it, and you don't want what you wanted like 5-10 minutes ago. You're already out of that. And another way to, I think, try and get through this kind of stuff is diaphragmatic breathing. I don't know, I think it's like, just go online and check what that is, but I know it helps with, like, you know, when you have that urge to, probably if it's smoking, if it's drinking, maybe you're trying to be sober and then you just have that urge to say take a glass of wine, and you know deep down that after one glass it goes to the other, and then you probably want to take a stick of cigarette or whatever, and then just, I think this diaphragmatic breathing helps. I researched about it, and yeah, I got like a couple of, I read like a couple of positive feedbacks on how much it has helped. So like when you have that urge, just do that breathing exercise and all of that, and I think it goes a long way. And other ways is to, like I said earlier, identify your triggers, reach out to family and friends. If you have a sponsor, that's going to help. Try and channel that energy into something else. It could probably be workout, it could be cooking, it could be reading a book, but channel that energy into something else. When you feel like, oh, you think you're going to relapse or something, just that energy, channel it into something else. Right now, a whole lot of people are stress drinking, and you may not be a drinker before now, and then you see yourself drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. I can relate to that because that was me. Like when this whole lockdown, or when the whole lockdown started, I was drinking a whole lot, and I was like, I think it's time, you know, take a step back and reevaluate certain things. You know, as much as you're going through whatever, stress drinking, probably it could be, maybe like I said, anxiety, even losing your job and all of that. And then the second you actually start questioning yourself on certain things, like, okay, am I drinking too much? Am I getting upset when people call me out on that? Like if you feel guilty when you drink, or I don't know, I'm just using drinking as an example because I can totally relate to that. And if you actually see yourself asking yourself this question and then you answer, you take one of those boxes, trust me, you should take a back seat and reevaluate things, okay? Because you may, like I said earlier, you may not even know that you're headed there. But these constant reminders are actually a good thing, in my opinion, because it actually helps me cut down on drinking. And I ask myself these questions: do I feel guilty when I drink? And I was like, the fact I haven't asked myself this, that definitely means something. You know, that actually, it means something, because calling myself to order, like I'm drinking like a bottle of vodka in a day, or like I can finish how many bottles in like less than a week, and I'm like, and I was not a drinker before now, and I'm like, maybe you should call yourself other. And yeah, that's what made me go in depth into researching, and certain things I saw, I was like, you know, a whole lot of people will be going through this right now, and they probably don't have access to help. And like I said, the country we live in, it doesn't really permit certain expression, like you express yourself in certain ways. So people will see you as weak, people will see you as I don't know, being someone who is just overreacting, like they drink, so everybody they drink for Nigeria, you're not different, because clearly we don't take certain things in this country as serious as we should. And then you hear, oh, this person enter gutter, pass out, or run into the road and whatever, because they don't think they need help. They just feel like all these things is totally and socially acceptable, so why should I think I actually need help? Well, trust me, you actually do. you do. And something we don't really take into consideration in this country, we don't take a whole lot of things into consideration, is not even in this country, I think at a larger scale, is food addiction. Okay, right now that's like everybody's drug. You'd be like, I'm eating, it's fine, what am I going to do? Everybody's happy eating, the person beside you is eating, you go out, everybody's talking about, I'm eating too much and all. And then there are people who don't come out of that. I have a friend who is obese, and I can imagine at this time if she's all munchy and then there are people who are trying to lose weight because maybe for health reasons, personal reasons, whatever the reason is. Personally, I don't think it makes sense. I feel it's something that we should look into, food addiction, because a whole lot of people have died from this BS and we don't take it serious still. I feel if you are in this situation and you feel like you're eating too much, one way to help is, plate your food. What do you think? You want to eat anything, plate it. Don't stay on your bed and eat. It will be relaxing. Go to your kitchen, wherever that stuff is, plate it, sit down properly and eat it. By the time you think of going to your kitchen to go and carry whatever it is and put in a plate and sit down to eat, trust me, you go tired. You cannot just walk into your kitchen and then carry maybe biscuits or chocolate or whatever it is, and then you just lay in bed and you're seeing a movie and you're eating. You'll be munching and be going, and so many calories and whatever is adding up, and you're blowing up and you're thinking it's socially acceptable. By the time you plate everything, nigga, trust me, you go tired. You will be tired. You rather just stay, and you've eaten, you're not going to die. Your stomach is telling you you're starving. No, you're not. You're just bored and you just want your mouth to be moving. For a minute I've thought about it, and even before I think I started my channel, it was something I was like, I would like to throw light on. And I just feel like we should be more aware of these things. Check up on, you see the person beside you or you're indoors with, you're seeing them do certain things that you feel is leading towards, is like an addictive personality on that person's part. Let them know, tell them in the most polite way as possible. I'm not telling you to call them out and be about it, just talk to them, tell them, do you think what you're doing is right? Don't you think you're eating too much? See, I'm voracious, so me personally, I know that one. Before lockdown, I'm sure when my friends see this video, they'll be like, are you talking to yourself? Yes, I'm talking to myself too. I'm talking to myself also. Before now, I eat like, forget my statue, leave all these things. You're not going to wait for someone out there to tell you if what you're doing is right or if what you're doing is wrong. Trust me, deep down inside of you, you know what you're doing is actually not right for you, but you just choose to hold on to whatever socially acceptable reason is there and feel like, okay, that's fine. I feel like you could, for instance, maybe smoke, drink, whatever, and still be 100% productive. You can do that, but then try cutting down on that stuff, and you'll see that the time you spend doing that stuff, whatever it is, you're actually using it to do something else. Maybe you are productive 7 hours, mostly 7 hours of the day. You find out that probably you increase to maybe 10 or 9 or even 8. Every minute, every second counts. I realized this when I kind of cut down on something I was really doing as much, and then I realized like, okay, the time I'm actually spending being disoriented or whatever, I've actually used it and put it into something more productive. You'll find out that, okay, rather than passing out, I actually completed one movie, or I actually completed 5 pages of this book. Repeat after me. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen, somebody. I'm going to church. I've gone to church, I'm back. Anyways, like this video if you thought you found it helpful. Share this video, you never can tell who you were saving. And comment, I don't know, if you feel or if you have any thoughts on what could help someone out there. Reach out to me via any of my social media in the description. Subscribe to my channel. I don't know what you're waiting for. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope this video was not as heavy-hearted, because that was not my intention. I wanted it to be as light-hearted as possible, but then again, we're discussing something really intense, so for me maybe it was. I guess once in a while you need that backstroke. Okay, backstroke. Yeah, I guess you need that, you know, tough love once in a while, and I'm here to give that to you. I give tough love. Stay in a place of gratitude, because hey, French people, look at them. Did you hear that? Film early. Don't be like me that is filming with phone touch. Phone touch, phone, not even ring lights, phone touch. You improvise, you know.